Jaguar Wright just set the internet on fire again, and this time she's coming for Beyoncé's little girl, Rumi Carter. So, Jaguar Wright is claiming she knows the truth behind Rumi Carter's hidden health condition, and according to her, it's not just rumors. Jaguar says she has insider knowledge from her time working around the Carters and insists that both Rumi and Sir Carter are on the autism spectrum, but Rumi is the more verbal twin, while Sir may be further along.
About your summer this year. Did you have a good summer? Yeah? What'd you do?
It all started when Kanye West posted a tweet that instantly sparked controversy. In the tweet, he questioned why the Carter twins, Rumi and Sir, are almost never seen in public. But it wasn't just curiosity. Kanye threw in a shady line suggesting there was something off about the kids. No names were mentioned directly, but fans connected the dots, especially since he referenced those twins and added that the industry always hides what they don't want you to see. People were quick to accuse Kanye of being insensitive. Others, however, didn't dismiss his comments so fast. They claimed he was just telling the truth, pointing out that the twins are rarely photographed, never speak publicly, and have barely made any appearances even during Beyoncé's recent tour. When Rumi finally did show up on stage, fans started sharing clips and analyzing her movements like they were decoding a message. Suddenly, those old whispers about the twins having developmental delays came roaring back. A person commented saying, "I've been saying for years something's off. You don't hide healthy kids this hard unless there's a reason." Another one added, "I saw all the signs. That's not shade, that's just observation, and there's nothing wrong with it." And just when the dust was starting to settle from Kanye's meltdown, Jaguar Wright decided to stir the pot again.
That nag is tied, and y'all gonna pull the baby out the stable. Like, it looks so pathetic watching that little girl trying to pretend to be a grown woman. It's funny. Trademark their name, sign a contract. And now nobody cares about their childhood anymore. Why do you think Michael Jackson worked so hard to try to create a space for kids to just be kids? Because they stole his childhood from him. He just got. How's Blue Ivy any different? How is what the Kardashians are trying to do with Northwest any different? We watched these children come into the world. We watched them be born, and now we're sitting here watching them being G-united. And we're sitting here saying, "Oh my God, look at her."
It was a family affair too, guys. 13-year-old Blue Ivy joining mom on stage as a backup dancer.
She's 13 years old. She just turned 13. And got that girl singing the Deja Vu, trying to make it seem like, oh, look, it's Beyonce all over again. No, it's not. And she really wasn't that great to begin with. Very well rehearsed. You can train a monkey to do anything if you force them at task long enough. Is there something wrong with these people? Yeah. But there's something wrong with us too.
Jaguar Wright didn't waste time adding fuel to the fire. In one of her recent rants, she doubled down on the idea that something is being hidden about the Carter twins, and she claimed to have knowledge. According to her, both Rumi and Sir Carter are on the autism spectrum, with Rumi being the more communicative twin and Sir allegedly more affected. She said it with confidence, as if it were common knowledge in industry circles. Jaguar claimed that during her time around the Carters, there were talks behind the scenes about the twins' condition. She also accused Beyoncé and Jay-Z of hiding their children's developmental struggles to preserve their image. In her words, the Carters are obsessed with perfection and don't want the world to see their children as imperfect because it doesn't fit the narrative they've built around their brand. She went even further, saying this is why Rumi and Sir have been kept out of the spotlight for so long. It's not just about privacy, it's about control. Jaguar believes the twins' limited appearances, the lack of speaking videos, and their absence from most public events are all calculated choices to avoid public speculation. And now, with the public already buzzing thanks to Kanye's tweet, Jaguar's claims have taken things to another level. But here's where things get even messier. because this isn't the first time someone accused Beyoncé of keeping secrets about her kid. Before Kanye and Jaguar stirred things up, some bloggers and gossip influencers had pointed out how little we actually know about Rumi and Sir. Unlike Blue Ivy, who grew up in front of cameras and even performed with her mom, the twins have been almost ghost-like in comparison. People have long questioned why Beyoncé rarely shares photos or videos of them. Even when she posts family content, the twins are usually seen from the back, blurred or cropped out. This led to accusations that Beyoncé might be ashamed of something, but there's more to it. Beyoncé's pregnancy with the twins was far from easy. She's spoken in documentaries about developing preeclampsia, a dangerous condition that can lead to premature birth and other complications. She had to undergo an emergency C-section, and both babies spent time in the NICU. So it's not a stretch to consider that Rumi and Sir may have faced early developmental challenges because of that rough start. While that alone doesn't confirm any diagnosis, it adds another layer to the mystery and explains why Beyoncé may have chosen to keep them away from the spotlight for so long. But despite the family's silence, the public kept watching, and when Rumi appeared on stage during the Renaissance tour, everything exploded again.
Lifting you up so you'll be raised. Even though I know someday you'll shine on your own. Even though I know you said I can't.
Rumi Carter made her big debut during the Renaissance tour, and fans were not ready. Up until that point, she had been mostly hidden from the public eye. So when she walked out on stage beside her mom, Beyoncé fans were thrilled, but it didn't take long before the internet started analyzing every second of that appearance. Some people pointed out how Rumi seemed overwhelmed by the crowd. She kept her eyes low, stayed close to Beyoncé, and made small hand movements. That's when terms like stimming started trending. Fans began pointing out behaviors often linked to sensory overload or autism spectrum traits. The way she held her hands, the way she moved, how she avoided eye contact, it all became part of this conversation that had already been simmering. Others noticed how she didn't interact much with the audience or the dancers around her. For many, it didn't look like stage fright, it looked like a child who might have been overstimulated by the lights, sounds, and chaos of a live performance. Let's be honest, Twitter turned into a war zone after that concert clip dropped. On one side, there were fans defending her with everything they had. They called out the armchair diagnoses and slammed people for trying to diagnose a child based on a few seconds of video. Folks said things like, "Y'all don't know this little girl, stop projecting your assumptions onto her," and they had a point. A lot of people were using medical terms without any qualifications and were talking like they knew Rumi personally. But on the flip side, others weren't letting it go. They said the signs were right there, and not just in that one performance. They pointed to past footage, saying the Carter twins had always seemed different. Some even accused Beyoncé and Jay-Z of hiding the truth on purpose, not to protect their kids, but to protect their image. That's when things got really messy. People started bringing up comparisons to other celebrity kids with autism or special needs. Some commenters crossed the line completely, saying Rumi looked like she had Down syndrome or she wasn't normal. But this ain't just about online speculation anymore, because Jaguar Wright isn't just talking, she went even deeper, saying this isn't just about a possible diagnosis.
I want you to think about what I just said. This is sitting here getting an honor for being the most, written about black woman in Vibe magazine for 10 years, and all you can talk about is the bitch that's coming behind you?
According to Jaguar, the Carters are hiding way more than people realize. In one of her latest rants, she suggested that Beyoncé and Jay-Z's silence around their twins isn't about privacy, it's about control. She claimed the twins are being kept out of the spotlight to avoid exposing something darker, something tied to the music industry's alleged secrets. Jaguar connected the dots back to Diddy. Again, she's been one of the loudest voices calling him out for alleged trafficking and manipulation behind closed doors. And now she's hinting that the Carters, who've been photographed with him, collaborated with him, and moved in the same elite circles, aren't as clean as their public image makes them seem. According to Jaguar, the secrecy around their family isn't just about Rumi and Sir. It's part of a larger cover-up. She even went as far as to say the Carters have been protected for years by powerful industry figures and that their ties go back to some of the same shady networks people have been accusing Diddy of running. For Jaguar, Rumi's condition isn't the real story. It's the silence. It's the way no one in the press asks hard questions, the way everything around the Carters stays controlled. Jaguar says that's not just branding. That's a strategy to avoid the kind of scrutiny other celebs are facing. And if she's right, it could mean there's way more going on behind those closed Carter Mansion doors than we'll ever know. Now, the big question is, will Beyoncé and Jay-Z finally clap back, or will they continue to keep quiet like they always have? Here's the thing. This wouldn't be the first time Beyoncé took legal steps when people crossed a line involving her family. Back in the day, there were lawsuits filed against companies and individuals who leaked unauthorized images of Blue Ivy. And let's not forget how fast her team moves when anything threatens her carefully protected brand. So now, fans are asking, is Jaguar's latest round of accusations going to trigger a response? Could we see a cease and desist letter or even a full-blown defamation case? Especially now that Jaguar is speaking directly about the children and connecting them to controversial figures like Diddy, things are definitely skating on thin legal ice. But then again, maybe Beyoncé won't respond at all. She's built a whole legacy on silence. She doesn't explain rumors, she doesn't do interviews to defend herself, and she rarely reacts in real time. That silence might frustrate people, but it's also part of why her brand is so strong. Still, in this case, the silence could be doing more harm than good, because every day that goes by without a response, the speculation just keeps growing louder. And with the Bayhive buzzing louder than ever, it looks like the Carter family drama is far from over. So what do you think? Is Jaguar Wright spilling the truth or just chasing clout? Do the Carters owe anyone an explanation about their children? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this convo isn't slowing down anytime soon. And trust me, if you thought this was wild, wait until you see what Jaguar said about Diddy's private parties.